Welcome to Speed Portraits. This is Vicki Donnell. I'm going to show you in this video how I do a speed portrait. I do it in 3 different stages. What you're seeing here is the first stage, and that's when I block in the skin tones. I'm looking at the shapes of the face, and I do the face and the neck. I see how long the nose is around the eyes. And this is the first stage. I'm using a latex acrylic mix paint, and I'm working on paper that's pH balanced. And you might see it's a little wrinkled. I live not too far from the ocean, and this is my practice paper, and it had got a little wrinkled there, so I apologize for that. Right now I'm putting in my second color, and that's a mid-tone, and I'm shading that way. And then I'll have a third, which will be the darkest. It's a shadow. You can see I'm putting that in now. And I work from a photo. Even if I'm working at a street fair, I take a picture with my iPad, and I always have the light coming from the same way. That way the shadows are in the same place, and that way I can work faster. And now I'm going to the second stage in the portrait, and that's the hair. If I was going to put in a background or put in clothing, this is the stage that I would put it in. This gives the face time to dry. And it usually dries between 1 and 2 minutes. So you put the lightest hair in, I do first. That'd be your highlights. This is thin paint, so you can't put the light over the dark, it won't show up. And then you put the dark in after that. You see I left a little space there for the highlight. And so this is pretty fast. You may notice I hadn't blocked in the ears, and that's because her hair comes across the front of it. So now I'm doing the third stage, which is the detail. And you see I have changed medium here. I'm using felt tip markers. I use artistic markers like Copic and those kind. I also use common markers like black felt tip markers, permanent markers. And so I'm doing the eyes right now. This stage takes longer than the other ones. You may be asking yourself, well, why would I be interested in doing a speed portrait? It's like a caricature. You can do it within 3 to 5 minutes. So it's good for making money at a street fair or just to amaze your friends or at a party. It's fun. It's a challenge to get the character of the person. So I've done this first video to show you a basic speed portrait. Then I'm going to post other videos to show you step by step how I do it. I'm putting in the nose right now. And so the last stage is the longest one. If you can do that in 1.5 minutes, and the other ones in just less than 1 minute, you can do this within 3 minutes. So I'm putting in the color of the eyes. These are with Copic markers. Then I have one of the Copic markers. I can blend my black lines so they're not quite so stark with those. So now I'm using actually another medium. This is whiteout. I use that because it dries super fast, and it goes over top of the other paints and dries quickly. Now, sometimes you'll get a little wrinkling in the paper when you're working. Afterwards, I always put them against an acid-free backing, and then in a plastic bag that's acid-free, made for portraits. and or made for paintings. And that flattens it out. And I'm going to show you that picture at the end here in just a moment. So there you go. And I see just a little more touch up there on the, a little more color in a couple places. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and you post, like, and subscribe so you can be notified when my next videos come up. I'm also working on a web page, and I'll put that link when I'm done with that too. So there you go.